Is there any way to know how to eat just enough? Though there isn't a particular science behind it, there is a proven way to establish communication between your brain and your belly. Creating an awareness for what your body says it needs is the first step to understanding what just enough is for you. Hi, welcome to Your Great Journey. We offer brief tips, techniques, and insights to help you move in positive directions and master big change. For more information, please visit yourgreatjourney.com.
Your Great Journey is brought to you by audiobook publisher Wetware Media. Wetware Media publishes a wide variety of personal transformation audiobooks available from any major online audiobook retailer. For more information, please visit wetwaremedia.com. That's wetwaremedia.com.
Today, we are sharing an excerpt from the audiobook, The Mindfulness Based Eating Solution: Proven Strategies to End Overeating, Satisfy Your Hunger, and Savor Your Life, written by Dr. Lynn Rossy. If you want to embrace exuberant health and truly enjoy your food, the easy-to-use strategies in this audiobook will show you how, one mindful taste at a time. In this episode, Dr. Lynn Rossy addresses the tricky topic of how to eat just enough. She emphasizes the importance of listening to your body over what the world or your brain has to say.
Food wisdom number 2. Eating the right amount or just enough? When you give yourself permission to eat anything you want, you will want to check in with your mind and your body. Breath and belly check before you eat and reflect on what you were thinking about eating. Your mind might say, I want 2 cheeseburgers with a big order of fries and a large chocolate milkshake. However, if you drop below the neck and ask your belly how much it needs to consume to meet the body's nutritional and energy needs, you might hear a completely different answer. Order or portion out the amount of food you intuitively think your body is asking for, and in general, don't eat more than that. Remember, you can always have it again later. There is no forbidden food. In a culture where "would you like that supersized?" is a completely familiar question, eating the right amount might take some training. Have you bought into the idea that the more you get for your money, the better? This might make sense if you're buying non-perishable groceries, but it doesn't make sense when you're buying one meal. The fast food restaurant chains and mega food corporations capitalize on our fervor to get more for our money with their all-you-can-eat buffets, supersize me advertising, and cheap products. You can certainly buy a lot for a little, but do you really want to? And why? What you're buying along with the extra food are extra pounds you don't want or need. From a historical perspective, although you might not have lived through the Great Depression, you are still affected by the consciousness of scarcity that developed during this period of time. The fear of not having enough food or money has rebounded into a need to have excess food and not waste anything because we might not have anything later. Despite the abundance of food and resources that many people have, these messages, get more for your money, don't waste, and eat a lot, have taken a hold in our culture, and we are not the better for it. Don't get me wrong, I don't believe in being wasteful, and I realize that many of us have to operate on a pretty tight budget. But when you buy more food than you need to begin with, eating all you can eat so you're not wasteful is not a sound solution. We can learn a lot from cultures that have taken a different approach to eating. The Okinawans, renowned for their health, have heart disease rates and cancer rates 50 to 80% lower than Americans. They have a saying in their culture, hara hachibu, which means eat only until you are 80% full. While most Americans eat until their stomachs feel full, Okinawans stop as soon as they no longer feel hunger. That's about 20% less food than we are used to consuming. What does 80% full feel like, and how will you know when you're there? Stopping eating when you're satisfied, no longer hungry, but not yet full, can feel like a fairly elusive endeavor at first. Here are some suggestions that can help you eat the right amount. 1. Give up your membership in the Clean Your Plate Club. Probably the biggest obstacle we face is our training, conditioning, and habit of eating until all of the food is gone. Given that portion sizes, plates, and bowls have grown dramatically over the past few years, this is particularly problematic. When we eat from larger containers, we eat more food. Physiological satiety cues are readily overridden by food cues such as large portions, easy access, and the sensory attractiveness of food. So, in order to eat just enough, you really have to pay attention to the internal cues to stop. 2. Pay attention to how food tastes. Being fully present for the flavors, smells, and tastes can satisfy you physically and emotionally. But you can only enjoy and be satisfied with food you pay attention to eating. When you eat your previously forbidden food, you need to show up for the experience. On the other hand, you will get to enjoy the food you have denied yourself for too long. Personally, I'm thinking of a delicious chocolate flourless cake with raspberry sauce. On the other hand, you might discover that some of the foods don't taste as good as you thought. The forbidden fast food hamburger might surprisingly taste like cardboard when you eat it mindfully. 3. Relax and slow down. You don't have to rush through eating your forbidden food anymore. The signal that you have eaten just enough will be lost on you if you are racing through the experience. Slowing down will help you bring your mindful attention to this previously hurried activity. Take your time and savor. 4. Ask your body. Your body knows how much it needs before you start eating. Develop the habit of asking your intuitive self, what is the right amount of this food for my body? Portion out the amount of food you think you want before you start eating, and then don't go back for more. Brian Wansink indicates that when people pre-plate their food, they eat about 14% less than when they take smaller amounts and go back for seconds or thirds. 5. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged if you don't change your habit of overeating in one try. If you are accustomed to eating until you are full, it can take a while for you to retrain your stomach to feel comfortable with less food. Notice, with curiosity and kindness, each time you discover that you have eaten more than you wanted. Set the intention to pay more attention next time, but don't beat yourself up. This is a lifelong journey. As you begin to explore eating the right amount, or just enough, it is not uncommon to notice some anxiety when you stop eating before you are full. Simply be aware of any unpleasant feelings that might arise. You don't have to change the feeling, but acknowledge it with compassion. The act of pausing and examining the feeling of anxiety in the body and the thoughts that might be going through your mind can actually help reduce the discomfort and bring some sense of relief. Of course, taking a few deep breaths will also help you reduce those unpleasant jitters. A willingness to be with a little bit of unease in the body can teach you a lot. Some of the anxiety might be from permitting food that was previously not safe. Some might be residual from the busyness of the rest of your day. When you rush around all day, you will bring the harried, frantic energy into the experience of eating. Stopping, pausing, breathing, and examining with curiosity will all serve to calm the anxious belly and mind. And when you are calmer, the feeling of satiety can be more easily identified and acted upon.
Thanks for listening to this excerpt from the audiobook, The Mindfulness Based Eating Solution. Proven strategies to end overeating, satisfy your hunger, and savor your life. You can purchase the complete audiobook from any major online audiobook retailer. If you'd like more information, please visit yourgreatjourney.com. Please be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss an episode. And if you like the show, please rate and review it. And please share it with friends who might also enjoy it. Thanks for listening.
Your Great Journey is brought to you by audiobook publisher Wetware Media. Wetware Media publishes a wide variety of personal transformation audiobooks available from any major online audiobook retailer. For more information, please visit wetwaremedia.com. That's WETWAREMEDIA.com.